Hey everyone, I am here to talk about washing brushes, especially because you're at your own house. This is very important. I would have impressed this upon you had we been in the classroom studio, which is where I'm at. The idea is that you never put any pigment in the sink and you're almost washing virtually clean brushes. So I have my brushes that I was using earlier, and I'm going to wash them out in the bottom of the bucket of the cup as best I can. Now remember, I scraped them down with my palette knife onto my palette, so I'm not wasting the paint. But most of the paint is gone. And then with a paper towel or your painting rag, you are gonna clean it quite a bit so that you almost think it's clean before you wash it. The quality of brushes all depends on the quality of the handle. Sometimes they're wood, sometimes they're resin, sometimes they're metal. The ferrule is this part, the quality of the glue, the quality of the way that it's crimped, and then you have the bristles, and that's the way that the marks end up working, depending on if they're synthetic or bristled or sable-haired and so forth. Okay, so we have pretty cheap brushes, but they're not terrible for what they are. But the idea is if you clean out the ferrule really well, then they'll last a little longer. So I just have regular old hand soap here. You can use dish soap, you can use shampoo. They make really fancy shampoo or brush soap that's more like shampoo that you can use from the art store, but it's really not necessary. I'm having a hard time getting that to come out of there. So you're just gonna put like a quarter size of soap in your hand, and you're gonna wash it like you would wash your hair. But look how much blue ish gray is still coming out of there. And you want to squish it out of the ferrule. If you don't wash your acrylic brushes right away, they'll dry and be damaged forever. You can soak them in baking soda and it kind of helps. And then if it feels like there's still gunk in there, you can do it again. Soap off of there. And then dry them off. And you want to dry it flat. You'll sometimes see in studios where they'll dry them standing up in a cup, but then the water runs from the bristles into the ferrule through the glue down to here, and then your ferrules pop off, which a lot of my brushes do, but that's okay. You put it back on. So you reshape it and then dry it flat. And that is it. I forgot last time I painted to clean off my plastic knife. And that can be problematic because that doesn't really want to come off very well. You kind of pick it off or scrape it off. If you really love painting, people end up using metal knives, and then you can scrape them with like a razor scraper. I'm gonna try and peel that off of there and not put it down my sink. Put it in the paper towel. And then I'll wash that one in a second off camera. But this stuff, if it's not too gunky on the bottom, if it is, add a little extra water to it and then swirl it around so you don't have chunks in it. And you shouldn't have any chunks because you've been scraping your knife or your brush off onto your palette. But when it's pretty thin, then you can pour it down the sink and then rinse it really well. And if you have a garbage disposal at home, you'll want to run that. And let it rinse out for a bit. And that is it. I need to put soap in this one, but I'll do it off camera. Okay, if you have any questions, send me a note, ask for a Zoom. I'm happy to go over all of it again. And we'll see you in a bit. Okay, good luck with your project. Bye.